about everything he was caught up with initially. Being righteous, being of pure blood, being a full citizen, all these accolades, all these things that he strives so hard to get. He's talking about letting them go for Christ. He's saying, I can't hear Christ's call when I'm preoccupied with these other things. I have to let go. You hear that a lot, right? Let go, let go. Someone sings about it in a Disney movie, let it go. But how? How do we let go? Right? We have things that are important to us. For Paul, it was being a Pharisee. For me, it's being a good preacher. Maybe it's being a good mother. Being intelligent. Being generous. Having a job that pays the bills. Being responsible. Ron, can you hand me a ball, please? Being a good wife and mother. All right, so I'm handling all this stuff. How available am I to God's call for doing something different, doing something new? Right? This is a lot to juggle. This is just a small bit. I mean, there's lots more balls I could get caught up in here. Here you go. Take the big one. So, to let go takes a decision. So we might do it carefully. Well, I don't really, I gotta trust the Holy Spirit. I might not have to be a great preacher. Put that one down. Do the best I can. My kids are grown. Do I really have to be a good mother? So you can put them down one at a time. Do I have to worry about that? Or you can just go, done. Right? I'm done. You just decide and you let go. You might think about turning them over to God. Letting go and letting God. I give this stuff to you, God. If you want me to be a good preacher, so be it. If you don't care, I'm not going to worry about it either. Right? You just let it go. There are other times where there's things you don't want to hold on to. There's things that you hope don't define you, like anger. Like I don't want to be seen as an angry person. I don't want to be resentful. I don't want to be petty and small. Oh my goodness. So am I letting those things go? Am I letting those things go? No. What am I doing? Trying to avoid them. I'm fine. No anger here. No frustration or disappointment. What did I do there? Got it. Who has power now? You do. Can we let go of things that we don't receive? A lot of the things that we don't want, the anger, the resentment, the fear, the disappointment, all those things that, I don't want to deal with that. My sister's mean to me. I don't want to deal with that. I'm fine. You're just trying to dodge and weave and avoid it. In order to really let it go, you have to catch it. You have to grasp it. People might still be throwing things at you after you've caught something. You can't catch everything at once. But this is a key to letting go that I read in this wonderful book, The Wisdom Jesus, by Cynthia Burgo. She says the key to letting go of things that you don't really want, again, is not to ignore them, not to dodge them, not to surface over them, but to welcome them. So here you are, anger. Here you are. And then you want to notice where the anger lies. What you do not want to do is get in your head. I'm angry because X, Y, Z. I should be angry. You don't go down that rabbit hole. That's not letting go. That's like adding fuel to the fire. So get out of your head and into your body. Right? So call up something maybe that makes you angry. And then notice where it sits in your body. For me, a lot, my nostrils flare when I'm angry. And I grimace. So I'll notice the muscles in my lips that are grimacing. and I'll notice that my breath is shorter. Right? You work with this sensation. And then you work with releasing that sensation, with softening the muscles, with letting your heartbeat slow down. You don't rush through it. You sit with it. You welcome it. And then when you're ready, you let it go. And you just say those words. I let go. And you identify the feeling too, because feelings can get very messy, right? So you might want to name them all. I'm feeling disappointed and hurt. Oh, the hurt is in my stomach, and the worry is in my shoulders, and where it is, do the work with it. And then you say, I let go my anger. I let go my disappointment. I let go my frustration. And then whichever feeling you let go, she suggests, Cynthia, that there's actually a welcoming practice, it's called, that you say these 4 things every time. I let go my desire for security and survival. I let go my desire for esteem and affection. That's a hard one for me. I let go my desire for power and control. I let go my desire to change the situation. It's not a one and done. Things keep coming at you. The balls keep flying at you. Catch them when you can. Sit with it. Identify it. Make a decision. And release. And letting go of those things that she talks about, security and survival, esteem and affection, power and control, to change the situation, that is giving it all over to God. That is acknowledging with humility our powerlessness over any situation. And it's getting us in right relationship, meaning I don't need to find the esteem and affection from people here. I need it from my God. It's grounding yourself as a child of God. Once again, the illusions of safety and control don't have to have power over you in your story. You can be safe in following Christ, in being free now, to listen for the new thing, to respond to the new thing that God is doing, to press on, seeking only to follow Christ's way. We had a gospel reading this morning. You know, a lot of the lectionary readings were on this theme of a new thing and letting go, but this gospel, I'm like, how does this fit in? Now, this story takes place 8 days before the Passover, so it's before he even entered into Jerusalem on the donkey. But he has been talking to his disciples about what's going to happen to him in Jerusalem. And he's close now. He's said a couple of times, I'll go to Jerusalem, I'll be arrested and tortured, I'll be put to death on the cross, and I will rise again after 3 days. How did he welcome that story for himself? How did he hold on to it? Feel comfortable with it, feel okay, let go of the desire to change the situation. I'm sure he had to do that over and over again, because if you remember the story of the Garden of Gethsemane, he asked them, take this cup from me. But he let go of that again. He let it go and sacrificed everything. Security and survival, he let that go. Esteem and affection, he was mocked and humiliated, he'd let that go. Power to change the situation, he'd let that go. And I think about Mary with her incredible gesture. She heard him saying these things, that he was going to die. She knew he was getting closer and closer to Jerusalem at her house with her brother and her sister. She welcomed the pain that thought brought. She welcomed the grief. She held it. And then she let it go, and she let it go so she could respond. This is the thing about letting go. Letting go doesn't mean you don't do anything, but it means you don't do anything out of a situation of turmoil and distress. You get grounded. She got grounded in accepting, not trying to change the situation like Judas was trying to change the situation. Let's get the money to the poor. Like the disciples were trying to change the situation. Lord, heaven, God forbid that you be crucified on the cross. They couldn't hold it. They were dodging it, trying to let it go. But really, just never really getting a handle. But Mary got a handle on it. Mary said, this is happening. My Lord, my friend, is going to die for us. Let my panic go. Let my fear go. Let my hatred of the people who will have him arrested go. And what do? Oh, she brings out her most expensive, her most valuable treasured gift, her nard oil. And she just acts from a place of love, of acceptance and love. And Jesus knows it. They are in the same place together. Let it be. Let it be. Let her be, Judas. She's doing a wonderful thing for me. I won't always be with you. He tries again to help them have a different story, to accept, to hold on to what's going to happen, so that they too might act in love. And they'll have lots of chances. May it be so.